Hey guys, we're back on to another adventure video. And the trees are still here, hatefully still. I still want Uncle Bud to take these trees out of the woods. This one was a little bit overgrown or undergrowth over. Usually what it's called. And there's some turkey feathers too. Turkey feathers. I actually ran into me and this turkey scared each other yesterday. We ran into each other and we both got scared of each other. It flew off and I was like, okay. So usually you don't run into a turkey like that. But for a month, like 2 weeks ago, we had my sister Caitlin's sister over. No relation to me, thankfully, thank God. She is practically the definition of a spoiled brat, if you know what I mean on that. She didn't really clean up after herself when she was in my sister's room, and she hogged all the forks, and she wanted and to go and get something from town practically every night that she was here for a month. And then she did come out here. We actually took these bones from here. They're cow bones. Cow bones. There are a lot of bones over here. There's even that bag there. There's a barrel that I tried moving. There's actually a lot of weeds that I actually cut down with my knife that I have in my pocket. And I bring the knife for protection in case I need to use it. But today we found out that there is complications in North Dakota. In East Grand Forks and Fargo. There have been news that there are missing teens in North Dakota, USA. For more answers on that part. Teens that are probably roughly around my age at 15. Yes, I am 15, so they're probably roughly around my age. Going missing. And if someone tries kidnapping my sister Aubrey, my twin, yes, I am twin. I don't know if I've said that in past videos, but yes, I am a twin. She's 6 minutes older. We were actually brought to East Grand Forks when we were little. We were premature. I needed a lot of medical care, which was basically the most medical care I had. I barely have anything on my medical record at all. But if my sister Aubrey were ever to get kidnapped, she can just talk their ear off and then she'll be just brought back. Same with my sister Caitlin. If she and Aubrey were ever to get kidnapped, they could just talk someone's ear off. But if I were ever to get kidnapped, protection. This is what my sister calls the dinosaur claw. If you play Grow Garden, you would know. On the Jurassic event, there's this dino called the Raptor. I still have the dinosaur, but its claws shaped like it, but it also kind of looks like a beak. A little bit. But if I were to ever get kidnapped, I got protection. Who would want to try and kidnap a farm girl who you don't know is going to be carrying a knife? Plus, this knife I found in my dad's shop. He has been gone for 18 months, which is a year and 4 months, I think, if I'm doing that correctly. Or is it 6 months? 6 months. Because 12 months is a year. And add 6, that's 18. Okay, there we go. I did math in my head. I hate math, but it usually comes back to me. So science. Bad at school, but it randomly comes to my head in summer. I hate it. But another thing my grandpa did, he did the same thing again that he did previously. He let the cows over here. Again. I hate when he brings them over here. But if you guys have seen my first actual adventure video, you would see that it is from roughly 2 years ago. At the end of one of them, my dad says something. Also the same man that is dead. He says, "What are you doing?" The only line and only person that actually says something in any of my videos without knowing that he's being videotaped. But then after that, you have to catch it real quickly, because then soon after the video ends. It is another cat video. Read more in the description, and you'll see in the description my dad says something at the end for like a few seconds. But I know you guys have been seeing just the side of the woods, but also I have my reasons on not wanting to go onto the other side. There have been spottings of foxes, plus we're not too sure if we're ever going to spot a bear. I know a lot of these woods by heart. I thought I just heard something, so I just stopped. Plus, I'm wearing a flannel. I am wearing a flannel. I'll have to view back at that part to see myself. If I want. Or not. But I did update my description on YouTube. I added another part that gives more intel that I cannot add. I don't edit my videos. Mostly because I don't want to. But also, I can't. There is a metal freaking wire here. Not just any wire, it's a barbed wire. That wasn't here last time. That was not here last time. It's connected to this post here. Usually I see him on that side of the woods. Usually. Ah. Trying to stick with my foot. Ah. But I would like to also show you guys another thing. I'm not going to pause the video, so you guys are just going to have adventure for a few minutes. Of either me talking or just me walking in silence. I would play music, but I don't really do that. The sound of nature is better. But also, I don't know if I've said this in videos before. Is there another wire? But that's not it. I can whistle really well. I can actually mock a bird. that is on this farm. It probably will sound off it being recorded, but I actually can mock a bird really well. I'll probably do a short on it, just videotaping me just whistling, basically mocking the bird. But also, making these videos is actually boosting my confidence in talking. I have a little bit of a fear of public speaking. I actually saw a Facebook reel on that where it was about, it's from Darman on Facebook. Oh. Okay. Well, this is more clear. That's from a dead turkey. So usually turkeys don't leave two feathers at one spot. Usually they don't. Usually from a dead one. But it's mostly about this little girl that has this condition where she gets sick at certain foods. Where she's trying a new food every day to see if she can handle it or not. And if she doesn't, she has this little journal. It's basically just a notebook with what she can have and what she can't. And last I saw, the list got more cans than can'ts. Oh, and we have 2 sheep bucks now. Well, we did before, but my grandpa got rid of the one because the one that's here likes me. But I did say to the new buck that I would be coming back. Oh, and I don't think my grandpa can get rid of this buck either, too. But we are getting a 3rd buck because we gotta have 2 new bucks every year. Really? And yes, usually I talk to the sheep bucks. They usually stick their head through a hole. What are you doing? You're trying to eat poison ivy. I call this one Raggy. I haven't given this one a name. Mostly because they don't stay that long. But I usually give them attention. I can make videos on that of me just giving the sheep bucks attention. Or any animal. Yes, I am chopping this plant right here. This one with these brown balls. Me and my sister have called them cockabur plants. I don't know what their actual name is, but we call them cockabur plants. Because they are these they're these weed that grow all the time, and these balls stick to you. This one's sticking to to skin. Oh, it just fell. Oh, really? The stomping? But this is the new buck right here. The one that's itching himself is the older buck. I don't know if that one's gay or not. Because this little dude here, I call him little dude because he's a lot smaller than the other one. But if you have seen in past videos, this was not as dead looking. Oh, and I have said this in a past video. Yes, a tree has fallen. And now I have made my grandpa not go back here because he broke the teepee I built. That actually took me a long time to find sticks and the tarp. That I found right there. That blue tarp actually was found over here, but it just took me a long time to find it and grab it because it was kind of hard to try and pull it out of the ground. And I know I've said this previously in a video that I found a license plate over here. And my dad cannot fix this building anymore. I know it sounds wrong to say it, but he kind of can't, even though he's kind of haunting us right now. But if we talk about his welder, he kind of like starts flickering the light. And yes, now there's echo. Oh, and kitten using the bathroom. But look how cute this little kitten is. I can show more of the kitten when they're not using the bathroom. But actually on that post back there, underneath it, it is put in place by concrete. My grandpa had me put my name in the concrete. The concrete's busted. So I don't think I'm going to be able to find my name. Plus, I don't know when he did the concrete even. Ow. Pet's still small enough to do that. But that did hurt. That did hurt. But this kitty right here, she is roughly 3 years old. She has been in my videos. He's not at that old, and she's not. They're roughly a year. Same with their little brother that's inside my house. Oh, then we got a moody kitten eating here, who has a chipmunk. This little gray one that's in front, that's Ruby. That one my mom named, I forgot her name. It is a white gem because gray one in front, Ruby. Emerald. And then the one over there that was using the bathroom, Sapphire. Sapphire. Then you got Batty, after this movie that my mom wanted me to watch. Then the little black ones, first black one, that one, Shade. Then the littler one, that one is Hawk. And this time I didn't use a YouTube video to name the kittens, like I did with the previous year's litter. Okay, tiny little Moody. But this big guy all the way up here, his name is Raspy. Raspy Cat, to be more exact. I named him that. Mostly because of his meow. It had this raspy smoker sound. Like if you smoke, you can kind of hear it. Well, my sister's sister, that sounds so off to say, but her mom smokes, so it's usually what I'm talking about. But I'm going to show you guys something that I found a while ago. A few days ago, to be more exact. I just have to go through the bales. Or just go through this opening and then turn. Yeah, going the right way. I have to go to the installation right here. If they're showing. Well, a few days ago I saw a snake over here. I went that way. But I don't know if they're going to be showing today. But I have gone closer. But if you can see right here, honeycombs. If that doesn't give it give a hint, then I don't know what will. But they're bees. Also known as an eastern bumblebee. Commonly found in North Dakota or Texas, USA. They are not native to Minnesota, which is the state that I am from. They are not native to this state. They are not. But I don't know if they abandoned that nest because there has been rain and some of my relatives bugging their nest. Since they're bumblebees, they are not a one sting. They are a multiple sting, where they still live after one sting. But they only sting if they feel provoked or threatened, to be more exact. But I don't know what else to say. If you guys have noticed, I do say a lot in videos. Mostly if I don't know what to say or I've lost my train of thought. There's more cantaloupe though. In my grandma's garden. There's a cockroach on the back of my leg. But I don't know if the cucumber I placed over here. Oh, yep, it's still here. The bunny did not take it. The little bunny didn't even take it. It was at the garden. But they usually take fruits or vegetables, so. There, I broke the cucumber. That would be nice because the rabbit keeps on coming and going at times. But the tree that you kind of heard me like grunting on in the past video, that tree has gotten a bigger split in it. I think I've showed you guys in a past video. But if you guys can help me get to my first YouTube play button, which is at 100,000 subscribers, and I'm actually glad that I'm at 25 because now I'm beating one of my friends in videos. This here, the shed, is actually from my Aunt Christy. She can't take it because technically she does not have a house. She lives in an apartment complex. I just got jump scared by a friggin' grasshopper. This is used to haul sheep, cows. I don't know about pigs. They're usually the bigger animals, but what I saw a while ago, little bird's nest. They'll still use it if they need to, but usually birds make a new nest every year, I believe. But my grandpa added more bales. He separates them by the ones that they are used. Got straw bales, and you got hay bales. Hay bales are the ones that are fed to the animals, while straw is the one that is usually used for bedding for the animals. And then I don't know about these ones back here. I don't know if they're hay bales or straw bales. Either way, they're still in the same towering position. But bit recently, we had to put down a dog. I will be honest, it was not vet way. It's what we call the farmer way. It was the same way that we put down my grandma's dog. Or well, my aunt's. Because technically she was my aunt's. Actually, both of them were. They were black labs. Or also known as chocolate labs. The first one, well, technically the second, was roughly my age. I think he was 13 or 14. So he's been gone for at least 2 years. But he was put down with a gun because he was actually having troubles getting up the ramp that was made for him. Not even gripping was helping him. So my mom knew, and my dad knew, it was time to put him down. I know I kind of sound sad for that, but I kind of do, but at the same time I don't. He was raised by cats. So if you scratched his ear, he would try and purr like a cat. But the other dog, she was also a black lab. Her name was April. She was my grandma bear's. But also, she was first my Aunt Sarah's before she had a terminal illness that affected her brain. Kind of like a brain tumor. But she had to go through chemo. I don't think she's completely done with it, because she still is at mood swing state where everyone is below her. No one's above her but her husband, basically. And it's been 26 minutes. But I kind of don't care. My longest was in the 40s, so. But the dog we had to put down, her name was Lulu. She was put down for a reason. She wasn't that old, because 12 breeds can actually live for a long time. There is a turkey nearby, or at least in the pasture, because I just heard it gobbling. But she was put down to a gun, took 2 shots. Dramatic event for my sister Caitlin, because she saw the whole event unfold. But I don't have my dog anymore, which was also a post that I made also. I also saw that no one sees but myself. I don't know if you guys can actually see the videos or not. See the post or not. Because my first one was on Modded Pets Go. Then I believe it was one that I made in Minecraft. A little bug landed on my forehead. That's sweating. I don't know how hot it is, because I usually get rid of those because sometimes they're not accurate, not precise. I know it's going to suck at trying to say the word, so I just did precise, which basically means the same thing as the word I was trying to say. What? Ow. That kind of hurt. I just tripped over a beam a little bit. Not a beam like this, because this is a post. To be more exact, it's a post like that one all the way over there, because of its length. It was a beam. These are at times used in building, but also can be used in the ground. There's also blocks usually used for trailers. That one usually hauls poop, also known as the manure spreader. Then you got these pieces of wood that also are placed in the ground, too, at times. And yes, I'm walking back and forth to one destination to another, because why not? Also, another fact. Okay, a sentence with a burp in it, okay. My bike, which is what I'm walking back towards, actually had a little basket on it, twice. One on the back, one in the front. The basket was in place for my dog, which actually is in my longest video and the cover of my longest video. Her name is Lola. She was 6 years old, died to her sister on April 11th. She was my dog. I actually said I wanted to watch her sister die. My mom was like, no, because that can actually turn someone into a serial killer if they kill the dog or animal. So my mom was like, no, so we drove away. It didn't take long, but it was a bad experience for my sister Caitlin, which I said earlier. I know I said earlier, because I can still remember that, but also I forget easily, like my sisters. But the kittens, I like showing the kittens, because who doesn't like kittens? Kittens are adorable. Look at that floofy little face. This one is the one that like everyone likes. That one's Sapphire. I know I've said it earlier, but to have more of an example, there are 7 kittens. And if my sister Caitlin's sister if I allowed her to take a kitten, I would have been paranoid. Because would have been wondering where the 7th kitten would have gone. Because I like keeping track. Because one year we had 19 kittens. And Mama had 7 kittens. And then there were 3 mama cats. 19 kittens were born. I mean, technically, there was 8 kittens this year. Oh, sorry if you guys are watching a kitten take a poop. You can watch that one instead. But, since there were 3 mamas, there was a litter of 6, a litter of 5, and a litter of 7. Which I believe calculates to 19. I don't know what bird is making that noise. But I'm just going to give you guys a ride. Well, technically, you're just going to give the view of me riding my bike. With one hand. Because I got nothing like bikers do that can hold their phone or electronic that they're videotaping with for themselves. I have 2 hands. I know how to ride with one hand. That's my grandma's, and that house over there, that's mine. Oh, I just nearly ran into a skid steer. My grandpa's shed, and then my dad's. But I'm gonna end the video. So see you guys next time.